Sunday.
Welcome to DC. You know we're down at the USA Cup. You're taking it slightly, I'm taking it slightly. Now how you throw at them, you won't be right back. Well, we gon' be right here, we gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC.
Hey, this is Hog Farmer Keith of the Hog Farmers Charitable Foundation. And before you listen to Owning the Huddle podcast presented by Red Zone in the Lab, the Hog Farmers Charitable Foundation has put together an awesome program where you can help make a difference in helping us raise money to assist families who are faced with the everyday stresses it takes for their child to battle cancer. How do you do this? Well, we challenge you to become a 2023 Hog Farmer Ambassador. You can check out this information on our website at hogfarmerscharity.org, or you can learn more by heading to our Facebook and or Twitter feeds. The way that you do this is you click the ambassador link, you start your campaign, you set a goal, you reach your audience, and you help raise $250 or more. So who's with us on helping put a smile on the family's face while they go through these tough times?
Welcome back to Owning the Huddle podcast. Take two. I'm a little bit rusty. What's good, man? We back, man. What's good, man?
We back, bro. It's good to be back up here.
Finally.
My man Breeze, man. Like, it's time to get him out them Twitter streets, man. All right, man. So we was gonna get right into the new ownership, man. But top 100 is coming out. 91. What's that? 91 through 100 drop. We got Terry on there, 94. So when we were talking pre-show, we were talking about some guys that's could be up there above him. That's not better than him. DT, you got a few?
Yeah, so I got some grievances I need to air out. So if the following I see like a DJ Moore and Amara St. Brown, for instance, ahead of Terry, I'm gonna riot on Twitter. I'm going to be so unrelentless. The same way Dude said he's going to get blocked by Giants, I might get blocked by a lot of people because, like, look, I get it. I get it, right? We happy that he finally got in the top 100. But now you still look at it and you see, like, the receivers that in company-wise, like 2019 draft class, the Deebo Samuels, DK Metcalfs, those people that he came in with. But Terry has just been consistent ever since his rookie year, and he's still considered underrated when he should be like up there with the league. And we all know
with below average quarterback play.
But with below average quarterback play. And of course, we know with the below average quarterback play, that's why he's not really getting the recognition he is. But we see day in every Sunday, he's going up against the top corners. He's giving them haymakers, he's giving them body shots, and he's making plays for this team. And I just feel like, man, like I'm finally on the top 100. But if you're telling me DJ Moore and Amon-Ra St. Brown is better than Terry McLaurin, we're going to have a problem.
It's crazy because of all the Amon St. Brown hype from last year, but Terry has been consistent with terrible quarterback play, and he hasn't garnered the respect. But I'm glad he on there, and I'm saying he barely made it on there. You know what I'm saying? So that's something we could be thankful for, man. But just like he said, man, DJ Moore and all them dudes is up there. Yeah, I mean, just be prepared, like the disrespect.
I'm already
be crazy. Go ahead,
Terry is one of the most criminally underrated players in the NFL to this day, based on this list. And like DT said, I got a terrible feeling we finna see Amon-Ra St. Brown and DJ Moore and DK Metcalf and CD Lamb, and then when you get to CD Lamb and AJ Brown territory, you kind of closing the gap a little bit to me, but respectfully. But like it's gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be 3 or 4 dudes that are nowhere as talented or productive as Terry McLaurin is, given his situation, that are going to be listed as higher than him on this list, and it's going to be nasty on Twitter. I'm trying to say.
CeeLo is Payne on this list?
Man, not if PFF got anything to do with it. He ain't even on top 250.
Oh my god.
Bro, Payne is rotational on some people's list.
Rotational is nasty, bro. Yeah, man, that's the top, man. Of course, I don't know how often they're dropping it. The first list came out today. I don't know if they do it up until the season, but we got 91. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get at least 3 players on there. Hopefully Payne makes it. I'm sure John Allen is going to make it. So
yeah,
I don't know if they do special teams players, but we had one All Pro, so I doubt if he on that list.
If Terry is 94, listen, it's gonna be an uphill climb for anybody off that defensive line. Like it's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be crazy. But on the other side of this, we're gonna talk about that dude finally gone, man. It's crazy that this time is here. This is crazy. So y'all know what we're gonna talk about on the other side.
Welcome to Owning the Huddle podcast presented by Red Zone in the Lab, where we discuss all things Washington Commanders, from the executive and front offices, coaches, players, and fan experience. Join DT, Breeze, CeeLo, and Deuce as they break down the pre- and post games. Do it because you love it and not because it loves you. Hail Commanders!
Welcome back to OTA Podcast.
Where do we begin?
Where do we begin? I don't even want to go back to history. Like we already know that all our listeners are back then. We ain't got to talk about that though, man. But I'm going to start with DT. You were a little you were further away from the pep rally. Just being that far away and in your area, because we know years ago when the Redskins were a competent franchise, winning and competing and all those things, a lot of fans were down that way. So just being down that far in South Virginia, I guess that's what they call it. I don't know. It ain't DMV, but that's another.
I'm from the 757, Deuce.
My bad, the 757. What's it like down there? A little further from this area. What is it like down that way?
I can say this, like when I got off work, obviously I couldn't react the way I wanted to because I was at work with the kids and stuff. But as soon as I got home and stuff, man, on the way, I had a lot of emotion. I just started seeing a lot of Redskin and Commander gear popping out. My dad, had a conversation with him. He's the main reason why I became a Washington fan, and he's been watching it way longer than me. So he has seen it since that said person had bought the team, and he's no longer with us. So the vibes down here, they're like, yeah, like the team is sold, but it's definitely not as party-ish as is up there with you guys. Like we are pretty happy, but nobody was throwing a party. I was probably one guy throwing a party, and one of my co-workers who I work with. He's a Commanders fan as well. But I'm just so excited for what's going on, man. Just seeing all the videos from you guys, for those who went to the pep rally, guys having your experiences, listening to your stories about where were you when the team was bought during the time. It's just like, for me, because I'm the youngest out of the group. I didn't really experience much when it came to Dan Snyder
Obvious. What does that mean?
I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess so.
But yeah, like man, I'm so happy for not only us as a fan base, but for y'all because y'all are in literally the heart of what makes the DMV. Y'all there with the go-go music, aka Chocolate City. I seen people who look like me having fun and excited, even content creators having fun, celebrating a wonderful moment for this franchise. And from listening and just even listening to the press conference multiple times, I went back and listened to the press conference, man. It was like, it's such a bright, fresh air from listening to someone who actually not only cares about the team that we root for, but cares about the community. I would never heard that from the last regime. And I think that's the biggest thing I took away from the Deuce.
Breeze, hot in the city. When the news finally broke that the sale was final, and I'm not talking about Waj or Schefter or Ian, I'm talking about Goodell, I'm talking about Raj, making the announcement that the sale is final and it's finally here. What was your initial reaction?
so I was on my way to practice actually. And it flashed across my screen 4 different times, ESPN and 106.7 fan and every sports and news app I had. And I couldn't, because I was in public, I couldn't react the way I wanted to react. It was like I kind of just like looked at my phone and like had a moment to myself. It was like he's gone. Like it's like I tweeted. I sent out 2 tweets. The first tweet was "It's over," period, and then the second one was "Hell," and that's like literally like just the emotion that I could muster. Like I wanted to do a backflip on, like, you know what I'm saying, but you ever been like super happy or like you cherishing a moment, but like to yourself kind of like you can't outwardly express it, but you're just real happy and emotional inside. That's kind of how I felt, and it was like I guess it's over. Like after all this time, everything we've been through as a community, as a family, as a fan base, like it's over. Like it's a new day, and then everything. I still can't really put it into words, man. But it was just yeah. And then I had to go be an adult and coach football after the fact. But
Man, CeeLo, like we've been through a lot like these last 9 months. From Dan coming out to say, he was going to look into selling the Commanders, which was just like crazy, right? From that point all the way to now, I think we sold the team like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? We had
4 different owners.
Right, 4 different owners. Yeah, the whole Davis thing, the whole Canadian Atamala Pilatos, whatever his name is. Like we had all that stuff. I mean, we got people in Twitter street saying it's not going to happen. You know who you are. I'm still waiting to see you because he's hiding.
We went to Washington Amazons for about 2 weeks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yep, the whole Bezos thing, like it's just been a crazy 9 months. But like for you, what was that like initial feeling like when Raj walked up to it wasn't podium then, but and he put out that what did that statement?
Yeah, the statement, and then when they were at Minnesota, was it Minneapolis or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
They came out. Yeah, man, I think that's when it hit me. Came across my phone, and we may or may not have been in space. I think we were in space, but anyway, I just couldn't believe it, bro. Like y'all realize how long we've been pushing. I mean, things like this, like most people don't see their team being sold ever. Like it just doesn't happen because they don't change hands. We've seen it twice. And so for it to happen a second time, I was like, that's not gonna happen. I'm like, ain't no way. So for me, obviously they announced the sale or announced the putting it up for bid. So it was going to happen. It was just I just was skeptical. I was like, man, what's gonna happen next? Is he gonna, some other stuff gonna happen in the core system, and then you have all the pessimists out there that perpetuate that stuff, right? Like, oh, it's gonna be held up because of A, B, and C, and they be the loudest. So I was just very like, happy and relieved. And I think to DT's point, I think this is a very local issue. Like if and obviously I travel a lot, right? And I talk ball with people. They'd be like, so who? They were like, wait a minute. So you a fan of who? What's your name again? Oh, y'all got that owner. Like they are completely disconnected from like the day to day stuff. So I feel what DT is saying. I think this is a very like local phenomenon. I think most obviously DMV fans, we live it, breathe it. Media is pushing it every day. But I think outside the market, the local market, it's kind of like not really a big topic, and that's now evidenced by we talked about it a little bit before. I don't really see a bunch of like news outlets other than that little ticker at the bottom. No one's like deep diving into the fact that Magic Johnson is an owner.
Yeah.
Like it's not like that should be like, top 3 or 5 stories just as at least to mention it, and then you can go on. But it's like nowhere, not like what I would expect it to be. So anyway, yeah, I'm happy, man. I couldn't believe it. I'm still waiting for somebody to say psych,
Yeah.
but but yeah, I just can't believe it. It just never happens. So I was just so excited, man. So
Hey,
excited.
listen. When I saw that clip, because I had to work, so I couldn't make it to the party. Call it what you want to call it. It was a party. And I saw that clip of Magic Johnson vibing out to the go-go. I was like, God, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, and he looked like he was in, like he looked like he belonged. Like he caught the beat. And I was like, dog, like this is really, it's really happening. Like
Right.
Magic Johnson is part owner of my favorite football team, and then Mark Allen and Josh Harris and everybody, like they just like man, listen, man. Listen.
Right.
It still
Right.
hasn't fully hit me, but
And then they put out the full page ad out of, guess what? The Washington Post. I'm like, what is happening, bro? Like seriously, they just hated this team for 20 years or 15 years, and all of a sudden, just like that, they putting out positive messages from the new owner. It's incredible, bro. It's incredible.
It's crazy. Like we're getting a whole lot of TV time, man, and it's crazy. A whole lot of positivity. I mean, yesterday I think it was NFL Network was doing all of our highlights from last year and all that, like straight through. Like it's crazy. But I guess this is what it feels like. It's what it feels like to have a competent franchise from top to bottom. Not having him in there, and then like the ownership group is crazy. I mean, like just the people that we know, like Ian Rails, Harris, of course, Magic, like all those. Then we got this dude who's just like around, right? This other black guy just like around, just walking around with him. Hey, like, man, who is this dude? And he worth like $26 billion or something like that. It's crazy. Like, this is the dude that's part of our ownership group, man. And like the list, I think they added a couple more people when it's like when you look at the website. But man, it's
people, something like that.
yeah, it's very encouraging. And then one of the first things they did was say they was going to spend what, like 130 million on like renovations and stuff like that, and another 100 million on fan and player experience and all that. Like all this stuff is we're just not used to. Like we're not used to none of this stuff. And then today is coming out that they're going to provide transportation from Metro to training camp for free. Like that. Wow. This is crazy stuff that we're not used to. And I don't even know. Like, is this normal? Like, is this stuff that are we the only?
Which is crazy if you think about it, because I know I know you went. I think you went last year. Went to camp, and last year I drove to training camp and parked damn near by the front gate at Redskins Park. Like literally parked the car, hopped out, and just walked right into whatever it is now. I'm not sure what ortho
Commander's
science,
Park.
whatever it is. I will just right in. The fact that the numbers and the crowd that they're expecting is so big. It's like, yo, we cannot have y'all park here. Y'all have to park on. We'll get you here, but y'all have to park on site. It's like we got the stands up there now. Like, yo,
It's crazy, man. They did the pictures of the
September
stands
10th
today.
can't come fast enough. Yeah, I seen it,
And
bro.
then,
Like
and then
September.
the contrast is the previous dude. He was charging cats for training camp.
At one point,
He was the only owner in the NFL to charge people to go to training camp. It was like it was small, but it was like the principle. Like, are you serious? Yeah, it's
The
not
previous
it's not the
dude is
same.
crazy.
I expect training camp on the 29th to be so packed that they end up having to turn people away because there's so many people there.
It's gonna be
And
stupid.
it's gonna be stupid. And I know I said I wasn't going. I'm gonna try to find my way down there, but I'm gonna have to get there early because like, I'm gonna have to be there like 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock when the gates open. Because if I'm not, I'm gonna be like number 900 in line, and it's gonna be just like
Yeah, man,
ridiculous.
it's gonna be a sight to see because actually it's sold out. Like if you look on the website at the tickets for training camp Saturday, it's sold out. So like you
Oh
can't
wow,
even
really?
like you can't even
Oh,
get
I
tickets
got
for
mine.
Saturday.
I
I
got
know
mine.
you did. I know you did. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I got mine. I
Um,
got Friday and Saturday.
yep. So it's
Look,
like
if you
it's
got a
crazy.
VIP pass left over, go ahead, slide the boy that real quick because I'm gonna use mine on another day. But
Yeah, we got work. Yeah, I think I'm using mine on Friday. So yeah, we need somebody for side. Like we gotta
I'm
make this
using
work, man. We gotta
I'm
make
using
this
mine on
work,
the
man.
29th. I mean, excuse me, I'm using mine on the second. So
But yeah, man. So then the pep rally was just like, man, CeeLo was dead. The pep rally was crazy. I've never experienced any of that. All the events that I've gone to, commander related events, it was nothing like that. Even like when players was there, or the ones that's not upset, the alumni that do come to those previous events, like the energy was just crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Um, to get in there, like we just stand in line talking. You meet people, you talking to people. People saying, "Man, I ain't been here in 30 years, and I ain't watch a game without, but I'm here. I get my season tickets, and I'm just here just to be here." It was a heck of a story. I mean, people getting interviewed. Um, I mean, CeeLo, you was there. Like what you all experienced on Twitter was just it wasn't even like 30% of the actual like aura that was there. It's like everybody. I mean, one lady was dancing for 30 minutes straight. It was like 90 degrees out there, John. She was just partying.
yo, there's a
I was
there's a
tired
there's a
looking at her.
small part of me. There's a small part of me that doesn't want to go to anything until September 10th. Just let everything build up, and then on the 10th, just wild out. But I can't stay away that long. I can't do it. Can't do it.
That's like when Madden used to come out. Madden used to come out on a Tuesday. No, yeah, it used to come out on a Tuesday. I would take off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of that week. So I would pre-order Mad. I would pick it up. I get on the train to Pentagon City, go to EB Games, pick it up, take it out the package, read it, tease myself for 3 days, and don't play it until that Thursday. Let it build up. But yeah, man. So like, CeeLo, what you want to bring out? Like for me, the pet ride, like I said, like the energy was crazy. The fans were excited. The owners, the players, everyone that came out, they just excited, man. It was just so. I mean, the part like when this person that's just part of this, that's the leader of this group, Josh Hurst. You just purchased this team for over $6 billion. He's just out there, John, smacking hands with people he don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Just smacking hands. Hey. You know what I'm saying? So we never experienced any of that. Like it was crazy. And then like Ian was out that joint smacking hands, about to fall in the crowd, like he about to do what they call it when you jump in the crowd, the
Crowd surfing.
yeah, crowd surfing and all that. Like, yeah, if you'd have did that, that would have been crazy. It was crazy, man. What about you, CeeLo?
I agree with everything you just said. I think it was an incredible energy. Um, I think what was crazy to me. So I'm a little bit of a business side. I'm looking at that stadium. I'm like, yo, it's like $70 billion on that stage right now. Like, where is security at? But nah, man. What was encouraging though, on that same token, man, is those stuff that they were saying. Like, for me, I'm a sucker for that stuff, man. Like, and Magic was talking about how he's supposed to be there because of the relationship he had with Abe Poland and Jack Kent Cook, and when Jack and Cook owed the Lakers, like that whole, he was like, man, I'm supposed to be here. And then, Magic being a black man from where he's from, he was like, this is crazy. He said it with like conviction, and he said it with confidence. He was not like political, but I mean, it was just I eat that stuff up. I'm like, yo, this is what's up. And then, like Deuce just said, these dudes and ladies just paid, over $6 billion for something. And he was immediately talking about investing. He was talking about putting money in the infrastructure. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this is like, they're not even talking about, I mean, they're not gonna say it, but they're not even talking about, we gotta make the money back. They just focused on whatever it takes to get the football side, whatever they need to get the job done. And whether that becomes real or not, we don't know. But at least they're like showing compassion for what has to get done on the football side, which we haven't seen like in forever. It took Mike Shanahan, 15 years after he bought the team to build a bubble because up until that point they were practicing in Dulles hangar over in Dulles Airport, bro. Like, that's how crazy. That's the difference we're talking about. So. Yeah, man, the energy was crazy. Everyone was excited. They had $2 hot dogs, bro. Like, they had the prices super low. All that stuff to me just felt like it just felt professional and it felt legit. So I loved it.
So, like, DT, when is a good time to stop celebrating this ownership change? Never.
Why would I stop? This is closest thing to happiness I have seen. Have you seen the timeline? He was tripping. Look, man, I'm gonna celebrate every day because at the end of the day, we deserve this. We deserve this, and not only us, but the people who even worked under that regime for what they went through. We have to honor those people too, because it takes a lot of guts to finally come up and talk about these struggling issues that we have today, especially when it comes to sexual assault and the workplace and how we treating our women and even men to that matter. So, like, we have to celebrate this and also honor those people as well. Hopefully that side of the things can get sorted out, because I'm still keeping up with them. It's like, hey, what about the women that have worked for like almost 14 to 15 years under that? Are they good? The cheerleaders, like, I still think about those things, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. But for the fan base, like, we are a passionate fan base. For those people who think we're delusional, it ain't delusion, it's passion. Any person that suits up in that burgundy and gold, even though if I think he's trash or I don't think he's that guy, I'm still going to root for him because he's wearing the colors of the nation's capital. Everybody loves burgundy and gold. Everybody loves Washington Commanders, the football team. Like, that's something I'm always going to carry within my heart. And, I'm going to keep celebrating like it's our Super Bowl until we actually win a Super Bowl.
Man, we got so much stuff to talk about that, of course, we can't do it on one episode, like, to get into like how much this ownership change means. And that's what we're going to do. Like, we're going to every show until we get tired, we're going to have a section like devoted to this ownership change and just the excitement of it. Go ahead, Breeze.
I'm re-energized. I'm ready to go. We can line that up every week from here to January, as far as I'm concerned, bro. I done missed the game. I've been sitting at home like, man, I can't wait till we get back. I got so much, man. I know a time is gonna come where football is going to take over. The real football has to be played, right? They're not going to win every game. They may not win the majority of the games. Whatever. When the time comes for that, I'll worry about that. Until then, until September 10th at the very least, I'm celebrating. I'm partying. I'm happy. Don't care. Call me what you want to call me. It is what it is. I don't care. And don't let us win on September 10th. I'm not going to work on the 11th. I promise you. Not going to work. Not going to work. Like,
hey, look, I might call out too, bro. Ain't gonna lie to you.
If they win, DT, if they win that game, as epic as the party before the game is going to be, if they win that game, the party, the after party, listen to me.
Oh my God, bro.
I'm gonna text my boss at 4:15. Hey, I ain't gonna make it tomorrow morning. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
it's crazy, man. Like all the things that we've been through over these over 2 decades, man, finally coming to this point where everything just seems different. They cut Noel today. They signed a kicker. You know what I'm saying?
The
lumberjack. You know what I'm saying? We can't even have lumberjack player of the week no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta find a new person. That might be Sadiq. Keep playing.
Hey, man. We might have to do the Andrew Norwell Legacy Award or something, man. In honor of Andrew Norwell, man.
Oh man, we got what's his name? Michael Badgley, I believe that's how you Bagley,
yeah,
kicker. Who they say was kind of abruptly cut from the lines. He was 20 or 24 from field goal attempts. He was 100% from PAT. So competition, man, that's good competition. From the Norwell cut, I think we saved about $4 million. So I'm very interested to see what they do next before the season starts. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be something, man. Like, and as we go along throughout the training camp, we're gonna kind of like look at a lot of the statements that was made from Josh Harris, first press conference, and anything that comes after that. But before we go, one of the things I'm really excited about is first of all, I want to get this out the way. I don't even want to mention his name, but the dude that came out to Magic Johnson telling us he only get 4%. He only got 4% of the team, was just straight hate bait. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole lot of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? I had to correct some fans from other fan bases. It's like, do you understand what 4% of $6 billion is? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying?
Everybody got a calculator on their phone.
Figure out what that number is, man. Figure out what that number is, and figure out what he can do with that 4% over like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Look what Dan Snyder was able to do for what he purchased the team for, from what it is now. It's like, for you to undermine that is just crazy to me. But just like we kind of talked about, like it was desire of mine to have him be the one to kind of lead the community efforts. And that's what he said. He said, my part is the community. So you will start seeing me in the community. And I know that's big for you, CeeLo, but when he said that, how did that make you feel?
I mean, excited, man. I feel like, to me, there's so much opportunity in this area for this organization to be so much bigger than it has been. All we've been talking about is the off the field stuff and the disgusting stuff happening in that at that park. When you have a clean slate and you have someone like that dude who has all that experience and all that cachet from playing and from the business side into the community, could you imagine how amazing this organization can be? Just think about it. In high schools and middle schools and the community centers and heck, churches, and I mean everything. It could be part of this be like part of the true DMV. You don't see any Commanders signs outside of FedEx Field and a few places here and there, like in terms of Ashburn, it's nowhere. Like the team is literally nowhere to be a part of a community. So there's no identification. There's no like a true identity to the team. And with someone like him, he's gonna have a vision. He's gonna be able to connect the two together. He's gonna be able to connect what this team is doing to like the actual community and can give back in different ways. You know what I mean? And then you go from there and you start talking about, stadium stuff and all that kind of stuff. It to me, it's easy. It just do the right thing, and then you go out and you execute. You go out there and you start making those connections. And I think that's that's what excites me, Deuce, man. It's just having someone like that and having the respect and the trust that he's built over his career, and to be able to like parlay that into connecting with the community that we just haven't been able to do as a Commanders or Redskins or any fan base is crazy to think about, and I'm glad it's happening.
Let me just say this on the community part. So again, y'all know I coach football, right? So we had a I guess you could say a celebrity event at the school I coach
That's
at.
three. That's four.
At
That's four times.
School I coach at, which was I guess somewhat co-hosted by the Commanders to an extent, right? And this event was after the sale, 2 days after the sale was official. 3 days, I'm sorry, 3 days after the sale was official. And you had several Commanders players. You had Fred Smoot, Santana Moss. They came to the event. Few media people, and just like the pride, you can see like the pride in their faces of being able to say like I represent the Commanders. Like we're representing the Commanders, and to be at a community event that's full of kids and adults. Like I mean, I'm talking about a high school football stadium packed full of people to essentially watch a bunch of one-on-one reps. You know what I mean? And for those guys to come out there and be able to wear that W and that name across their chest proudly, like we are like like we are Commanders. We are the Commanders. We represent the Commanders, and people respond to it. Like you can literally see the pride in these dudes' faces, and I mean, to be able to see that is great. Like the players respond to it, the alumni respond to it, the people in the community respond to it. Like this is legitimately a new day. Like with the old regime, you don't get that same response, that same reaction. Nowadays, people will proudly, we're doing this in conjunction with the Commanders, or in the past with the Redskins. Like now, it's a proud thing now. Like it's man. Listen, I can't wait to see what's in the future and what's to come, especially with Magic Johnson leading the community efforts. Like it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, and look at other teams in other cities, right? You go to Dallas. I mean, let's be honest. You go to Dallas, it's pride. You got the star everywhere. You got legacy players proud to when people go to so when players go to Dallas and they retire, it is like they don't have to do anything ever again. They have connections to the team to help, launch businesses and go into their second career. It's so much bigger than just sports for Dallas because that's what they represent. There's no reason why we can't have the same thing here. There's no reason. There's no reason why you can't be proud of the Commanders and you can actually make this a home and make this bigger than just sports. And I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Like regardless of how we feel about them as Commanders fans, like
right.
we all know, like people who can think logically and actually see things for what they are. Like when you wear that star proudly, that becomes part of you. You know what I mean? Like I think we can get to that point where like when you wear that W or whatever may become of it, like it becomes a sign of pride, not just while you're wearing it, but long after you wear it. You know what I mean? Like we all know what the Redskins logo means to everybody, but to get to a point where that W or let's say whatever it may become means to people, means to the community. Like I said, I have 3 kids. You know what I'm saying? My oldest son is 5 years old. My 5 and 4 year old sons proudly are thankfully proudly like Commanders fans. But prior to Thursday, there was nothing to really be proud about in their lives. Like now moving forward, like this is something that they can take pride in. You know what I mean? So I'm happy for. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
Hey DT, we got Magic Johnson in the building. The dude David said we was gonna have a movie theater in the stadium. But man, like, and it's so much more to talk about. But Magic is just talk. It's just Magic himself. You could just talk about off the rip. And I'm really interested to listening to that Nas track about I think it's called Irvin Magic Johnson. So I'm actually probably gonna listen to that after this to kind of see what his lyric. Because if you say something about the Commanders, then we knew they knew this was gonna happen long time ago, bro. Like all these statements and all these letters and all this stuff ain't just start off. They ain't had no time since Thursday to do this. This stuff already been in the making, man. Like it's been crazy. But DT, how far do you think the community efforts for the Commanders is going to stretch?
I think it's going to stretch all the way to the Mideastern part of the state because recognizing like South Carolina, North Carolina, that was Virginia, that was Redskin country. So even in North Carolina, there was a lot of Redskin fans when I was going to college. In South Carolina, there was a lot of Redskin fans. So with this news, this should bring the fan base back, and we should be able to branch out, in the Richmond area, like I told you, Deuce, one of my defensive coordinators for my high school, he is a former Redskin. So that's somebody else we can, reconnect and things of that nature. Just go around the Mideastern part of Virginia and Florida, Georgia, like Redskin, anywhere there's a Redskin point, that's where you need to go.
Yeah, man. Like, we got so much to talk about. Like this is just the episode, like to just kind of get out, the rust off. You know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to start it 2 hours ago, and I had issues, man. But we're going to really get into this sale more, man. And training camp starts this week. I'm very excited. So of course we're going to talk about training camp come Sunday, about what we saw, what we've heard. What it looks like, the vibe that's going to be there. I wonder, like, if the owners is going to be there the first day, second day. I really believe they're going to be there on Thursday. I mean, Saturday. That's like fan appreciation day. It's sold out. So, I mean, what if Mike
sell out?
What if Mike
free event is crazy?
What if Mike is there?
Mike who?
Mike Jordan.
Oh, you saying you saying
I mean he just
Magic
came
about to
across some
start
extra
pulling
bread. I mean,
I'm not even doing this with you right now.
He just added some extra bread, man. He got some extra bread, man.
Got some loose cash to throw around. Got extra free bread to throw around.
Yeah, man. I take 2, 3. Now he gonna probably try to get like 5%. You know how competitive he is.
Wait a minute. Why we got him? He might bring LeBron out. What you talking about?
That's right. Rich Paul might be there. You know what I'm saying? Rich Paul might be. I mean, Jigga might be there. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Beyonce be here. What? August what? When is the concert?
6 and 7.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Rockefeller out of that joint leaking documents before they left. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
You never know, man. Man, hey, can you imagine something, man? Like they won't even say nothing. Like they you just gotta be there. They're not gonna say Mike gonna be there or Jay-Z or Beyonce or nothing like that.
If Beyonce or Jay-Z get on that stage with a Commanders jersey on.
Oh my goodness.
They already had, like, Ed Sheeran did it a few weeks ago. But respectfully, like.
Yeah, I don't really know who that is. But listen, bro, if Beyonce
Jay-Z, man, listen.
If they get on that joint with the little Commanders hold the top drink she be wearing or whatever.
She bring a little blue out and blue dancing with the Commanders joint. Oh my God, we going viral.
You know she's gonna wear that 99. She's gonna wear that 99.
Oh, most definitely.
Yo, it's funny, bro.
It's gonna be crazy.
Chase,
hey, matter of fact,
Chase the superstar.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like he got Rich Paul, and this is people don't understand. Like this dude is
Yeah,
trying to be the
Chase the
LeBron
real
James.
deal.
He trying to be the LeBron James of the NFL, man. And I think they trying to groom him for that too, because every like you don't see him with clutch representatives. Nah, you see him with Rich Paul. You know what I'm saying? He with Rich Paul.
Is
Talking about putting on.
him and Montez got the same in the
Yep.
same agency, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Montez got he got clutch too. Yep, wearing them New Balance. You better get that straight. But look, so like we gonna probably like one of our episodes coming up, and I don't know how y'all feel about this. Like the people that could be there, like when you at the game and they cut to the suites to show the people in the suites. Oh my
I,
goodness.
I think the big games we play, like games against Dallas, games against maybe the Rams. Although the Rams still don't feel like they're a real LA team, but that's just me. You know, with certain big games, absolutely, bro,
We won.
absolutely.
Week 1, when they pan to that skybox week 1 and everybody's in there, Magic Johnson in there waving to the fans, bro. That stadium is going to be
Yeah.
wild, dog.
Do we have any? We have any primetime games? Is it Thanksgiving? No. Is it? That's
The
not
third
Thanksgiving, is it?
against the
Yeah.
Bears, the fourth game,
Oh yeah.
the Thursday night
Fourth
game.
game. So I would just say, yeah, week 1 for sure, but also any primetime games that we kind of penciled in for now, I would absolutely expect to be crazy.
Now
Just
Crazy.
like
that Rams game gonna be crazy too, because that's in LA.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just thinking about where superstars, they want to be seen, So I'm curious about what that's gonna look like.
We got Dallas on Thanksgiving. Oh my god. We got Dallas on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Oh my. Stephen A might be there. You know he gonna be there for that game.
I mean, just off of GP. Yep.
Yeah. Just cause.
Bro, think about it. Magic be on first take. You know he gonna get asked about some Washington questions.
Is he scheduled to be on there this week?
I don't know, but I know with their relationship, we're gonna ask him about ownership.
I can't wait, man. I kind of asked on the timeline what do y'all think first thing Charles Barkley gonna say to him on there about the Commanders. That's gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna be nasty. I already know.
Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah, man. So we back. We back in the building, man. We about to take this season, man. We here. Every Sunday night, episode's gonna drop. I can't wait, man. We're gonna talk a lot about training camp. We're gonna have our spotlight players. We're gonna talk about the depth chart. We're gonna talk about these coaches. We're gonna continue to talk about the owners and some of the things that were said. See where we can take it. I know. One of the interviews, Josh was like, "Football is going to be important." And people took that like, "Uh oh." So all that good stuff, man. How we feel about Jason and his role. I think Jason, like I'm telling y'all, like CeeLo was there. He can vouch. Jason was there, conducting everything, walking around, smiling, as if he's gonna be there for at least 3 to 5 years. He looked like a dude that's about to get an extended contract. That's what he looked like.
I will say this, dudes. I don't know if you want to do it on the channel. I'm fine with that. Otherwise, I'm gonna do it on Twitter. We will be doing game day drip awards this season. Be grading the drip. Y'all know I am the Commander's unofficial game day drip ambassador, specialist, if you will.
Specialist is
so
crazy.
That will be a thing
crazy.
this coming season.
Most definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, we definitely gonna do that. We're gonna take some pictures, doing the tailgating and all that. Get everybody's stuff up, put it up on the poll and vote. You know what I'm saying?
I'm grading players game day drip this season too. Players game day drip before the game and during the game is also being graded. Yes.
Yeah,
we're
most
gonna
definitely.
game day drip.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah, game day drip. Oh yeah, we gotta get a fly. Yeah, man, I'm cutting that part out. Somebody might try to steal it. I'm cutting that part out. Somebody might try to steal our idea. You know.
That's a good. That's a good idea though, Breeze. Have a
You
little
know.
game day drip, like
Oh, look at my
maybe some
Twitter bio.
competition.
My Twitter bio says Commanders game day drip specialist in it. Don't worry about this. This gonna be a thing. Don't get me wrong. We finna. Oh yeah.
Oh no,
We
man.
gotta find some other fans that's gonna kind of give you some run for your money.
Oh, we got Trail. And we got a few people that's gonna be. You know what I mean? That
Okay.
claim to be coming with it this season. So,
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
have some fun with it this season for sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna like really be a thing this year. Like
That would be dope.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Bet. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cut out that last little piece. Had too much stuff stole the past few months, so we don't want nobody taking my stuff. Anything else? What you got, DT?
I got Pops in the building.
Pops.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's up, Pops?
How y'all doing, man? Y'all ready?
We got a new owner. How you feeling, man?
I'm wide open, Doc. Been a long time. We've been in the bottom for a long time. Now to rise to the top now.
Yeah, long time, man. What you think about having Magic Johnson as an owner of your favorite football team?
I think it's good because Magic's gonna be really the voice. I don't think Josh do a lot of talking. I think his money backs up what he has to say, and Magic more out in the open anyway. He already owned the business. I know Josh on the 76ers, but Magic more out in the open, and he can run those things for him. You got to have somebody on the ground to do the leg work. He probably just push the pencil, and Magic gonna be doing a lot of that talking and stuff. Because Josh just say a couple words and get it done, you know. That's all it is. Yeah.
Most definitely, man. Like I'm really excited, man. For this, and I know you are, Pops, man.
Oh, you know it. Y'all noticed that they got some new bleachers out there on the practice field. It's time to go. It's time to go.
It's go time. It's go time.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I ain't been excited since RG3. That's been a long. But
that was the temporal. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes do what they think they're gonna do, man. This can last like forever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We ain't gotta hope for one player to take this franchise. We got owners in the building now, so this is something that's gonna last forever. Players come and go, but these owners gonna be here forever.
Yeah, that's right.
Unless he don't do nothing crazy. All right, Pops. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Hey, well, Pops, first thing I thought of was House Pod and Robin Hurst. Remember he came in the room.
Yeah. Great reference.
Yeah, that's Pop, man. Yeah, man. We gotta make sure Pop get some special features. DT, you gotta set them up, man. Yeah, man. But I think we good, man. We're gonna be back next week for sure. I can't wait, man. We got new owners, man. That's all that matters, man. We're gonna talk about that, talk about a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, we're back. We appreciate all y'all for coming through. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love.
Thank you for listening to Owning the Huddle podcast. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Red Zone in the Lab and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You can download our podcast wherever you get your podcasts and visit us at redzoneinthelab.com.